Welcome to the APTA Grand Prix Tour presented by our national sponsors, Viking and Uline. We are live at the beautiful Glenview Club in Gulf, Illinois on the APTA Network presented by eNet Live. I'm Rodney Workman, along with two-time national finalist Lisa Rudloff, bringing you round of 16 action in the Chicago Charities tournament here in the Chicago area. Between the number 5 seeds, Martina Ondrejkova, and her partner Anna Maria Zubori, and they'll be playing Heather Propp out of Cincinnati and Wendy Shpiz, a local gal here out of Winnetka.
I'm almost positive.
Lisa, why don't you go ahead and set the stage for the upcoming match?
Right, so Martina Ondrejkova and Anna Maria Zubori, they're a great team, a lot of firepower. Martina Ondrejkova is actually a national champion in 2016 with Gabriela Nicolescu. Martina's a very tall girl, wingspan, great backhand, firepower, wonderful serve.
Am I supposed to announce something specific besides
I think them as a team, it's going to be a great matchup. We've got Anna Maria Zubori, who has a huge weapon on the forehand side. She's very, very talented, but we have to get her contained if she can focus, and her shots are fantastic.
And I've found watching Martina a few times, I had the pleasure of calling a couple of her matches. She seems to have that new style of play, very aggressive on the overheads, a lot of cut spin overheads. She's still doing that?
She is. She does hit it a little hard, but and I think with Wendy Spitz's speed, I think she'll be able to catch up to those. But yeah, she does do a lot of cuts, a lot of rollers, set the stage for some short lobs. And then on the other side, we have Wendy Spitz and Heather Propp. Now, Heather Propp is a veteran. She's been playing this big game for as long as I've been playing,
yes,
so
she is.
Well over 20 years. She's a great competitor. She's very smart. She's steady. She's a thinker, so I think she'll be able to slow this game down a little bit with the two strong girls on the other side.
Which would be hugely important, wouldn't you say?
I'm sorry?
Which would be hugely important.
Yes,
Take
definitely.
the air out of the ball a little bit against the firepower.
Definitely. And Wendy Spitz, a great tennis player. She's been playing the game probably for about 10, 11 years or so. She's a tennis player from Duke. She's, again, great hands. She's quick. Sometimes she can make some poor decisions, but she can make some great shots. So I think Heather Propp will really set her up well to put some of those balls away.
Indeed.
So this should be a great matchup. I'm excited to watch this.
And I think, Lisa, we 3 of the 4 players are teaching pros. I know Heather's down to just running the platform tennis at Hyde Park in Cincinnati, Hyde Park Country Club. Martina and Anna both are directors at their respective country clubs out east. And Wendy's a full-time mother, but she does still help with the Nike Sports tennis camps.
Okay, yeah. All right. So I think the players are all warmed up and ready to go.
Let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the draw and see where these teams may be heading. And there they are down there at the bottom. We'll play the winner of this. We'll play the winner of Maglochi and Murphy against Lemery and Rohrbach, the number 4 seeds, Kelly Rohrbach and Suzanne Lemery. Kelly, I actually had the pleasure of hiring her out of California, came to our club and told her she could only get through the long winters here in Chicago if she learned how to play paddle tennis. Obviously, she did. She's amazing. Yes. And so the number 4 seeds are probably waiting to play the winner of this match, but you'll never know.
You never know.
That's why they play the matches.
There's a lot of new players out there and some great teams in the Chicago area. There's some fantastic partnerships that some of the people haven't seen. All right.
We're switching every how many games?
So up in the chair, Matt McClure will be our umpire today. He's a local pro, and he's been around for about 10 years now.
Okay, we're starting off, and just to go through this, Martina Ondrejkova is on the right side closest to the screen
with her back to us.
Court. And her partner, Anna Maria Zubori, is in the ad court. And now taking the serve right now is Heather Propp.
Look at the athletic ability.
Talent.
Yeah, she's laced with talent, fun to watch. This is my second match I've called of hers, and it will be entertaining. There's that bomb forehand that Martina has. Be interesting to see what the early strategy will be for Heather and Wendy. On paper, they're underdogs, but they're tough, and they will make them hit a lot of balls.
Right, like I said, Heather Prop is a veteran, and she won't let these girls play the way they want to play. She'll slow them down.
Look at that two-hander.
That's a great volley. This little forehand volley.
30 love.
Well,
nice little
again,
tennis player volley.
Anna Maria a little flat-footed there. When your partner loads up and drives, you got to take a step up, and she, I think, was caught a little off guard. What Martina keeps steady pressure on. Some of the drives won't necessarily be hard, but she keeps it low, and then she'll find one she can load up like that one.
Like that. Great get by Heather Prop.
Here's the drop volley, beautifully done. I love the way she disguised it. Lisa had her
30,
hands
15.
up like she's going to hit an overhead.
Right.
Collapsed down and dropped it.
Like I said, she's got a lot of options, a lot of talent.
And I've always taught for years. I've been teaching for 30-some years, and the only shot you're trying to hit a winner on in this game is the drop volley as a general rule. Now, times are changing. The power game is, look at that roller.
That's a great roller.
And that extra spin they get on those rollers,
30 all.
it bites into the screen a little more. It holds, tougher to dig out.
Right. Smart of Prop to stay back on that return off Zubori.
Look at the blitz.
That blitz.
Should have tried to hit her in the toes.
She got her a little tangled.
She did.
Recovering. She should slow down a little
40,
bit when
30.
she's transitioning back off that blitz.
Loose error from Anna Maria.
Zubori. Great get. I think that's a good
Game,
move to drop
Prop and Shpiz.
Ondrejkova. She doesn't
They
move
lead
very
1-0.
well up and back.
That's exactly right. And they hold serve, up 1-love
Yep.
first set, Prop
Yep.
and Shpiz. Got a perfect day for platform tennis. For me, it's always ideal when the cloud cover comes in.
Exactly.
And temperatures, high 40s.
Yeah, it's a perfect day. It's always a great tournament here at the Chicago Cherries. Any tournament that this club runs and this area runs.
Zubori
John
to
Noble
serve.
does a great job.
Yeah, he does.
Very organized.
He's one of my old partners. I love playing with him, and he's equally talented organizing and running these
15
tournaments.
love.
It's a nice slow roller again by Zubori. I know Heather's just coming off a knee injury last year. She missed most of the season, and she's back. She said she got a shot in her knee and she feels good, but we'll see if those low screens are going to cause her some trouble. Okay, that was a nice disguise by Prop. Looks like she was going to drive. Ooh, okay.
Maybe another couple little steps before
30
she
love.
pulls the trigger
Yeah.
on that backhand. Good choice.
Right.
Didn't execute. 30 love. Good first volley deep up the middle. For those watching out there, first volley is basically non-negotiable. You just volley up the middle of the court deep. Get set up at the net.
Okay. Good movement of the lobs by both of Prop and Shpiz. I like that though. One cross court,
40
one down the
love.
line, always switching it up.
Again, I'd like to see Heather's footwork intensity go up about 20% on that backhand. It's just one lunge step and rip, and but she'll find the range.
She will. She's constantly
There it is.
moving.
She's got the happy feet.
That's a great lob.
That loose
Good.
forehand, roll it.
Okay. There we go.
Look how she snuck in there, but she quickly retreated once she couldn't get the ball down.
I like that movement.
Good lob from Anna. She didn't, try to force something. Just great point. Beautiful point there.
40, 15.
We're looking right at Anna Maria Zubori serving. Heather Prop returning in the purple vest.
I like that blitz from Shpiz. You see that your partner has that opportunity to drive. You should always try to blitz. Get the volleyer a little bit
Almost got the
nervous.
nick. And just a millimeter away from nicking out, which makes her a very tough retrieval. There's the roller.
Okay.
Hard roller. Look how
Nice
Wendy comes
wave.
over.
Yeah. See that ball go into the nick. always come over, help your partner.
40-30.
Never ever miss an overhead out there, gang.
Mm.
Whether you're rolling it, cutting it, driving it, whatever. If you're at the net, you never miss.
But we're so good in here.
I'm the best I know here, Lisa.
Oh, that's bad luck.
Game.
Yeah, they got back into that
Zubori
game.
Martina.
All right.
And to
1-0.
coin Richie Mayer, multiple national champion, never lob long, Rodney, he always said. Because the short lobs, they can't put it
Shpiz
away
to
like
serve.
tennis, so why lob long? But
That's right.
obviously there's a fine line with getting them off the net, creating some forehand drive opportunities.
Right. Wow.
She missed her.
She did, but Shpiz is very fast.
And for those out there watching,
Love 15.
Anna Maria, you do take that aim at a player when you're blitzing and they're running. You try to hit them in the feet. It's not a malicious thing. It's the quickest way to end the point. We got a great match over here. We'll keep you posted on. I'm very interested in over on the other court between Chelsea Uslock and Alexis Prusas against one of the top teams
Love
in
30.
the country, Holly Bodman and Liz Hayward. I'm interested because Alexis is new to the game. She won the NCAA doubles at the University of Northwestern. So we'll keep you posted. They've jumped up to a 2-love lead, and I won't be surprised because I know Alexis will be a quick study. Back to this match.
Love 40.
Okay, Zubori and Ondrejkova has really moved these two around in this game, dropping hard overheads.
That
really
didn't take long.
scattering them.
They're down 40-love in my
Mhm.
quick little
Right.
recap of the other court.
Well, they're getting used to what these two can do.
And I think this is really important with throwing some lobs up, being patient, trying to get the bore the better team to death sometimes, Lisa.
Right. That's what I think these Heather and Wendy need to do. Okay. Up. Should have let Shpiz take that ball.
Exactly. Exactly.
But Zubori was right there
Game,
to drop
Zubori
shot
and
them
Martina.
again.
They lead 2-1 first
All
set.
right.
That drop shot is lethal
Mhm.
if you can hit it properly, a little bit of backspin on it, and with a good disguise. Yeah, we will be going back and forth amongst both courts today. The Brad Easterbrook, who's got us organized here this week. I think Jerry Vion is out east. She is our director of live streaming, and say hi to her out there.
Yeah.
All the hard work she's done to get it to this level.
Martina to
we are
serve
She's
2-1.
done a great job.
with John Scott, the owner of VNet Live, and he's got his production team of Kelly and Austin who do tremendous work.
Wow. She had options there, but I like that she mixed that
15.
in Zubori just to show the drop and hit that ball hard. It's a good mistake, as I call it.
How about that one?
Yeah, and that's
Not so good.
something that Zubori
Love
does.
30.
She gets a little blasé sometimes, and she can make some mistakes. She doesn't set up, doesn't get her hands ready because she is so talented.
Love 40.
She can get a lot of things in difficult positions, but she makes some mistakes.
Well, she's an alpha dog, got tremendous talent, and
Yeah,
but 2 quick errors and a fault down.
right.
Love 40 doesn't take long, huh, Lisa?
It sure doesn't.
That overhead.
Nice overheads from Ondrejkova.
Yeah, she caught the
Very
line on that last one.
flat. That's a great shot.
There's that peg roller where you take dead aim, you try to frame up the hips,
Yep.
take right, hit
15-40.
it right at them hard. It either hits them or it goes off the screen and you're discombobulated, can't catch it up.
Right. And the best bet is to have your partner run that ball down if you can get out of the way.
Period. Good overhead there.
Mhm.
See if they can keep the pressure on. Now there we go. Nice recovery from Wendy. That's the thing. It only takes one deep lob to get you back to neutral.
Yes.
But there it is. And
See, but that's
wow,
she caught up.
Game, prop, and Shpiz.
That's a good break.
ran it
Great
down.
break.
And if you
Keep
That
notice
score tight.
where she targeted Martina, it was right at the right hip, and that is hugely important to go into the top level. If you're an intermediate player and you want to go
Prop
to
to serve.
advance, aim for the right hip and force Martina to flip it and the missed volley.
Right.
Great
hip
volley.
volley.
In tennis, that almost lob volley
15
doesn't
love.
really work. But in this game, you put a little air under it. You can feather it back there nice and deep, establish yourself at the net, and you have a slight edge at the net.
Right. Wow, that's a forehand.
Good hands from Wendy.
That's a great lob again. Good movement by Zubori.
I think that corner right now looking that way, you're getting some sun.
Yes.
And
15
she
all.
clunked her backhand, routine backhand lob. She missed it, and I'm going to say something was in her eyes.
Yeah.
What a volley.
That's a great volley.
And
She's
then
in so
30-15.
fast.
Anna Maria panicked a little bit there. If she just lets it go to the screen, we got a makeable
Right.
screen shot. But
Right.
we've all done it. Look at that. Now I like the both back.
Ondrejkova coming in, though, right away. Second she sees her opponents are back, she's already up at the net.
There,
Yeah, that's
great overhead from Martina. Right deep into the crease.
30 all.
And you heard Heather cry help, and that's what you do out there, gang. When you know it's going streamlining right for the crease, call your partner to stick her nose over there.
But that was a great shot. She was hitting everything to the deuce side, and then she just disguised. It was a short lob, and she disguised it, and she was able to put it on the other side. That's a great drive again.
40-30.
That's what Heather Prop is waiting for. She's just waiting for her moment. She's not trying to force anything.
She's got a little stronger continental grip. You can see the difference. Her drives are flat, where you see Martina and the younger Anna Maria. They're more in the semi-western, get more roll on it, but
Yeah.
it's not how, but how many, as they say.
See Heather find those holes. That was fantastic.
Game, prop,
And
and
another
Shpiz.
well-played, directed drive
lead
from
3 games
Wendy
to 2.
Shpiz. Prop and Shpiz lead 3-2 first set. Like I mentioned, over on court 2, you've got Liz Hayward and Holly Bodman playing Chelsea Nusslock, and we have flipped over now. There we
Right.
are.
Just for a second, we'll be here.
Just for a quick peek, there's Chelsea Nusslock serving. Now we're right back. We'll come back to that. You're going to have some good stuff over there. It's always fun to watch the
Zubori
new
to serve.
ultra-talented tennis player,
Yeah.
Liz, come in and see how they, transition into the game.
Right.
There's that continental grip, flat down, got on top of
Low
it. Lucky
50.
let court.
Yep. Right, now their feet are moving. They're getting a little more into this. Again, see a little loose on that first volley by Anna Maria Zubori, but
She drops her
still
racket
gets
head
it.
on that backhand volley. She.
Yes.
If I gave her any thoughts, I'd just try to keep a tip of the paddle up.
right.
She kind of cuts it a little bit. And that paddle, when they drive hard, is just simply a deflector shield.
It's a great get. Start again.
Yeah, start it up again. Love that, Lisa. Wendy
Here
knew
comes Wendy.
it. Good soft hands from
Feel like
Wendy.
I feel like I'm playing the match here.
Have you played against all these players, Lisa?
Every single one.
I thought you had.
Many times.
Look at the ham
Look
and
at
egg.
that way
Look at
to
the
let
coverage.
that go. Wow. Heather,
Oh,
but that's
wow.
a great
Martina.
shot by Martina
Ondrejkova.
Ondrejkova.
15 all.
Not a bad shot by Prop.
That's why you win national championships out there, gang. You make
Mhm.
volleys like that after
Yes.
a point. Hugely important to win these long points, too.
Right.
The longer the point, the more it is to win it. You can break the spirit.
Right.
I've always taught that. I still believe it. Once again, it's
Another
that
great
little
shot.
cupping effect on her wrist with that first volley.
15-30.
Well, she's getting on that ball so fast. Zubori's serve, it's a great serve, but it sits high because she's got a lot of topspin on it.
It kicks up,
So-
and, some players like that higher bouncing ball, don't they?
I love that higher bouncing ball.
Yeah, you do.
It's right in the wheelhouse. See those short lobs. She's got to get those a little deeper because Ondrejkova is going to do what she pleases with those overheads. Just a little deeper by Shpiz.
Yeah,
See that? So
here
here
it
we
comes.
go.
She makes you pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Look how low Heather gets that drive. Tremendous volley from Anna.
See, it looks like she's going back to prop, and good try. I like that. I like that movement.
You know what? Did I ever tell you what my
30 all.
favorite Broadway play was?
What is it?
No, no, Nanette. So I taught my ladies all the time, hey, no, no, Nanette. And never hit it in the net. There's always a chance they're going to hit it, even if it's going off the back screen.
That's right. Well, like you said, this game is all about errors, so don't miss an overhead, don't hit the net.
Well, and you didn't make many errors.
Amazing if we could do that.
Well, you were amazing. I called your national finals at Huntington Valley, and you played great. Just ran into that Lauren Zink and Cindy Prendergast. They were tough that day.
They were. They had us 2 years in a row. It was
Anna
a
Maria's
little colder the day in Chicago we played them.
Yeah, that was a warm day.
Yep.
At your home club, you had a nice posse there rooting you on too.
Yes. Oh, that's
Nice
great
play.
spot and great pace by Shpiz.
30,
Hit
40.
it hard, and I think these girls are going to want that pace. Ondrejkova and Zubori.
30-40.
Way to cover. Again, they're really moving them around with these overheads.
Doink. Got it right in the crease, and then it has a mind of its own, and that's where Wendy comes over, sticks her nose over in case it shoots across the baseline, and Heather's got to take the one up the line. Deuce game.
Yep. Unlucky.
And gang, let courts count in this game. So,
Head in.
like D1 tennis, they count too there as well. For there's not an umpire in tennis, they play lets.
Yeah, they started that rule right when I left college. It was a little controversial.
It's a great rule. You know, people out playing on the back courts, calling 100-mile-an-hour serves.
Out or lets.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I think I'll call a let. What a flop overhead. They hit the doink shot right up the side. She
Zubori
covered it
and
and then
Martina.
went over her head.
Right. Waterfall, we used to call that shot.
3 all.
Waterfall, flop. I always taught the drop flop combo. You wait, you're going to flop it or you're going to drop it. And that was easy for the gals to remember.
Shpiz to serve.
I need to take a lesson from you.
Look at that drive.
Wow.
Anna could have been a little tighter and picked that one off.
Yeah, I think she needs to start a little bit earlier.
Exactly. I would be
She
Well,
should
15.
just start running in before Ondrejkova even hits that ball.
if I'm Martina, I tell Anna to go to the service line and just stand there.
100%.
And then if get it up a little high, get back. Otherwise, you cherry pick that thing.
Well, they stay back, and I think that's smart. She got unlucky and hit the seam on the back screen.
And for those out there
Love
watching
30.
for the first time, there's seams. They kind of wrap these screens together, and it does come off crooked, and it hits right on that seam, which are always lined up to the beams. What a drive. There it is again. And look, she was in closer. She must have heard you, Lisa.
Yeah.
She 3 feet
40.
inside that service line.
Puts a lot of pressure on the server to make a great first volley or go around the girl that's blitzing, and it's troubling.
Well, it's the double trouble because you get the low drive and then the blitzing partner, and then
Right.
out. That's just very tough to deal with.
I think Prop and Shpiz need to slow down a little bit and regroup and see what they want to do, because Ondrejkova and Zubori are really teeing off on their returns.
Well, it's
Nice
flipped back
switch
and forth,
back.
right on the line. It was
Yep.
probably 20% out, but 80% in, which means it's in out there.
I have my assistant pro who says 99% out is 100% in.
Exactly. It's important for the dig it.
You two would get along very well.
Game.
All right,
Zubori
again,
Martina. They
I
lead
think Prop and
4
Shpiz
games
need
to
to
3.
slow this down again.
First set.
So far, Lisa, it's been a battle of just streaks as usual. It's gone back and forth, and who's
Okay.
going to have the final
Thanks,
streak?
though.
Here we are back over on the court
Great.
2. Liz Hayward, Holly Bowdman. We'll just watch it
Yes,
for a
just
couple
for-
seconds
just
here
for a
before we
second.
come back to live round of 16 action.
We
Chelsea
have-
Nusslock returning. Look where she stands. She's in the middle of the box, which is pretty rare in this game because
Right.
she's equally good with both the forehand and the
Forehand and
backhand. A lot of
backhand.
players will move way over to one
Martina
side
to
and
serve.
rip with their
Right.
strong suit.
Right.
That's a good play to have. You know, when you're playing it like tennis, it's
Right.
a little tougher to serve that person. Oh, you
Okay,
hate to
little
start a
long.
game like that. Like,
Yes.
come off a
Love
break.
15.
Yeah, now you're climbing back. No easy points in paddle.
Nope.
That's a fantastic drive, but that's the benefit of having a great serve. But you put that serve down the tee, and Shpiz lets it hit the screen. It's a nice, easy drive.
It's a juicy meatball for Wendy
Love
Shpiz.
30.
She knew what to do with it. She put an extra 10% on that. It was a little too hot for Martina. Had to
Right.
stab at it.
Yep.
Love 30, trying to break right back.
Wow.
What's the
Prop
best way to handle a
loves
break?
that shot.
Ooh, look at that rip.
The thing that I love watching Prop is that when she hits
Love
her
40.
drive, she always makes them. You always see some girls that are trying to maybe hit a little too hard, maybe go around. She picks a spot and she makes it. And that's very intimidating as an opponent, because you know, oh my
Game,
God, here it
Prop and
comes. And it's not
Shpiz.
going to be in a fun spot to
4
hit.
all.
Well, this is turning
That was
into
a
more of
quick
a
game.
modern day
Prop
paddle
to
match,
serve.
which is the servers aren't holding the return. I mean, that's 2 back-to-back love games. Returners just dominating.
Right.
And let's see how.
Let's see how they manage this.
Exactly.
I think they need to alter.
And right there,
Oh,
I was just
again.
going to say the most important thing for
Love
Heather
15.
and Wendy to do is win that first point.
Right. Yeah, put a little pressure.
They walked the
'Cause
pitcher.
now meeting up with Zubori's return is never fun. Good leave by Shpiz. But again, see, she's got to know how important that
15
point
all.
is and how important it is to get in.
Pretty
and be
casual.
disciplined. You can't be casual. Exactly right.
And the other thing too is she flipped it, and you know, she could just keep that backhand. Great return from Martina, down low, making her stretch.
Right.
15-30.
Well, Ondrejkova has a wingspan, and when she hits that ball, it's like a slap.
She's awesome. 15-40.
Oh, too bad for Prop and Shpiz. 2 faults in this game.
15-40.
The serving
I'd
side
stay
is,
back.
yeah, well,
Oh, I thought she missed
Great
that.
dig.
Great dig.
another
Right.
Houdini play
Yeah.
by Zubori.
Yeah, Ondrejkova is she's a
30,
great
40.
player. She's got a great wingspan, but she's not that good in the screens. If they can get some balls to her screen, it's hard to get to her screen though, because she is so tall and she
Yeah, it
does
is.
block quite a bit and she drives quite a bit. But I think that would be a good game plan.
Look, they gave the net up. Shpiz and Prop stayed back on the serve. Smart. Now they're into a point. See, at least they get into a point here. And now they can rope or dope it a while and panic.
Well, again, Zubori hit a great pace overhead. Don't know if she let that hit to 1, take it before the screen.
That lob there that Wendy has, that double wire's got to go higher.
Yes.
When you
Yeah,
get
she
those
does. Higher screens.
screenshots out there again, go as high as the lights
Mhm.
or higher. Take it upstairs, even if it's short.
I'm going to use some of these isms that you have at my next lesson. Take it
Well, you
upstairs.
It's mine as yours out here.
Yep. Oh, okay. I thought that was
Perfect
going
volley,
out. Great
deep,
volley. There was a little confusion.
Roll reverse, a little
talking.
flip. Now, Shpiz and Prop at the net. What a drive. No pan. Oh, she hit the seam.
Oh, it hit the seam. Oh. Wow.
Tremendous,
That was
and again-
fantastic, and Prop didn't touch that net.
Which was the
Deuce.
hardest thing she had to do there.
Yep.
Is she smelled
Stop
out that
herself.
drop.
That
Best
was a
point of the match,
fantastic point.
Lisa.
Yep, fantastic point all around. But I love how Heather Prop was already looking for that drop shot from Zubori, and that was a fantastic drop shot.
That's her second fault of the
Heather.
match. She's not happy either. Well,
It's
again,
the
when
third one this
Add out.
game, and they're at out.
when you're serving to a national champion with hammers on both sides, you know there's a little more pressure on your serve, so that's understandable. But
Right.
frustrating for her. And I'll tell you what too, she got Heather got drop shotted early in the match one time. I don't think she'll get drop shotted again.
Nope. Exactly.
Once
right.
she sees it, she's going to be on it.
Wendy does have great. Wendy Shpiz has great roller
Look at that.
drives.
It was a great drive off the sail. Oh boy. Lunging off balance. So she's usually so set up from the legs down, waist down, that she hits great
Game,
drives. That
Zubori,
time,
Martina, they
not
lead
quite
Did
so
a
much.
little bit on that. She would have
5
had
to
that,
4.
but it's easy to say from here. All right, so we're 5-4. Ondrejkova Zubori, first set. Let's see if
And
these first few points could get a little tighter on both teams. They both missed first serves in the last 2 games.
Zubori to serve, and again, the servers have been broken, I think, 4 to 5 times in a row.
Yep.
And let's see what happens here.
Zubori to serve.
Serving for the
Big
first set.
point.
Good kick serve, right up
way
the
to
tee.
get it to Heather Prop's backhand. She's been returning very well on that forehand side. Better lob by Shpiz.
Sneaky little forehand.
You see again those drives by Heather Prop are very accurate.
The wall that Martina
Oh.
built. Well, again, tremendous volleys from Ondrejkova.
15
And the
love.
red
Yeah, you can.
hands of God up there.
15 love.
Got the all-important first point, Lisa.
Yes. And you see that serve of Zubori come right into Heather Shpiz. She thought it was going to be on her right side, and it came right into her, all that spin.
Smart to learn out there how Zubori and Ondrejkova, they gave the net up. Weak volley. They just headed for the hills quickly, gave the net up. Now they're in a rally. Hopefully they'll create some offense.
You see she gets a little impatient, Zubori.
15 all.
Always tough when you got that much talent.
Yeah, there's a lot of options, and you only have a few out here.
I'll be
in this
interested to
paddle
see Alexis Prusis and how she comes into the game.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely in. I talked to her a couple of weeks ago, and she's loving it.
It's a great lob by Prop. Okay, Wendy's getting her lobs a little deeper right now, Shpiz.
Good move.
Very good move.
Zubori kept the pressure on her. Oh, right on the line. Great lob.
Oh.
And that's the deal. When you do hit that perfect lob, and you got it, one of them's
15-30.
got to get up to the net really, really quickly in case they try to do what Ondrejkova did
Right.
unsuccessfully. But you got to be up there for that return drive. Wow.
Fantastic
Wendy
return
Shpiz.
by Shpiz. What a time.
15-40.
Double break point. Just controlled backhands by Heather Prop, but Ondrejkova's got the answer. Got to try to locate on those hips a little more, Lisa, I think.
Yep.
I call that the hippie volley. I always used Greg Maddox.
Oh, that was a tentative forehand by Shpiz. That's okay.
30,
had the high
40.
contact point, it was
Slow hands.
right there. She'd love to have it back. Break point number 2. Okay, now they got a battle.
Deuce.
Tough one to miss.
Good comeback from Zubori serving and partner up the net. Ondrejkova giving hand signals. Again, for those out there watching for the first time, they got hand signals. So the left hand knows what the right hand's doing, whether they're going to poach, move over. Let the ball get too low. It's a little
Head out.
trickier from those rollers. You got to have a contact point above the height of the net. Get that full western, semi-western grip and sizzle the ball up.
I say hit at 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
See the face of a clock. Make contact at 3.
All right, all 3 break points that Shpiz and Prop had, they played poorly. Quick points ended, never even really got in the points yet, so they got to keep competing. And when they will, you know that for sure.
Yes.
I mean, they just want to take the air out of the ball here and be patient.
It's good leave by Ondrejkova.
A lot of loose errors
Edit.
here on these big points. They're playing loose on the bigs.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And her worst return of the day. Hopefully,
Set.
Yes.
that's
Zubori Martina.
the end of that. But that is the end of the first set, and
Sorry, ladies.
we're talking switching over
Yep.
to the local Chicago match.
Sorry.
All
Didn't
four
wanna drop it on you.
Chicagoans.
Right, and
But-
Bodman and Hayward won the first set 6-4 over Nusslock and Prusis.
And they were down 2-zip right out of the chute, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So the experience. Talk to me about experience, Lisa. Does it help in this game?
It does, and it's so wonderful to see so many new players in the game. But, you know, talent can take you far in the beginning, but to really get into this game, you need that experience. You need to know what shots you can hit and what you can't hit in certain situations, and it'll take her a little while. It'll be fun to
Bruce
watch
has just served
this a
over
little
there
bit.
at 5.
Well,
services.
I'll throw
Bodman
my
Hayward
local
over
2
here.
cents worth in here with Alexis and Chelsea. My youngest daughter, Mandy, played on 2 state championship tennis teams with those two, and they had just a great time, great culture. And Chelsea went on to play at University of Wisconsin 4 years, #1 up there. And all Alexis did is went to Northwestern, played #1 singles and doubles, won the NCAA doubles, and that does get you in that large bid into the tournament
Open.
of the U.S. Open. You ever hear that one?
Yeah, it's a nice big one right near my my home.
Right in your backyard. So anyhow, she's got a great two-hander. The tennis was
15
awesome.
love.
She's strong on both sides, and she's a hard worker.
Okay. All right. So I'm closest in the deuce court in the all black
Is
is
Alexis
Alexis Prusis. And on the ad side in
30
the white
love.
shirt and the black shorts is Chelsea Nusslock. And on the other side we have Liz Hayward in the floral leggings and the and the blue shirt. And
a
Hallie
rabid
Bodman.
Cubs fan, by the way. A
30
rabid
Yes,
Cubs fan.
huge Cubs fan. And Hallie Bodman is serving in the pink. Big hitters, Bodman and Hayward. Tall girls, but hits the ball very hard. Both of them hit the ball very, very hard. Played both of them. You got to get your running shoes on.
Yeah, you do.
Ball was deep, right? I just didn't hear it. All right. 30-15.
So Hallie Bodman serving, Chelsea Nusslock returning.
40-15.
Into the net. My favorite Broadway play, No Nanette, Chelsea. Please.
So
So
it's 40-15 in the first game of the second set.
I
And
think that,
Bodman and Hayward won 6-4.
look at that leg cord, good hustle. What a razzle-dazzle point.
This is a lot of tennis out here.
Oh, yeah. Well, you'll see a lot.
Wow.
Oh,
That
she got.
is a fantastic ball. That's a
40-30.
great tennis shot.
They
I love that roll
say-
backhand.
They say that dipsy-do backhand is not possible on the
Oh,
paddle
it's-
court with the high
but
net
when
short
it
court.
works,
but
it's
Alexis
lovely.
pulled it off, which means she's going to be encouraged to do more of it. Makes me nervous.
She's going to think she actually has that
Game,
shot.
Bodman, Hayward.
See,
they lead first, second
now
set,
with
1 love.
Chelsea,
They won the
who,
first,
I
6-4.
really am not a fan of that little push cut chip dink return at this level anyhow, but you know, I will obviously let her know that because she's a great gal. These two are
Yeah.
phenomenal, and all 4 girls on this court are just phenomenal.
Yeah. Well, it was interesting. I was watching Nusslock and Prusis a little earlier because I'd never seen Prusis play. And it looked a little bit like Nusslock was trying to help her and cover her. And in doing so, she made some mistakes on her own until Prusis can kind of understand where to be and her positioning, what shots to take. So
And
it's not easy playing with somebody who's new. It's fun, but
It's so
not
important. What you just saw what Chelsea and Alexis did right there, and I mean Alexis is new. They had a nice little huddle up,
easy.
and they're talking it out, and that's the one thing you're going to get from
Love
Alexis and
15.
Chelsea. They will brainstorm and they'll keep trying to find ways to win. I watched them play more high school tennis matches over the years
Love
ago,
30.
Right,
and they are always strategizing.
right. So you see Hayward already up because Hallie's forehand is quite a threat. Very flat, hard.
Love 40.
Even sounds hard when it comes
Just
off
heavy.
the paddle. Yeah,
That one
it's heavy. It knocks you over.
exactly. It's a thud when it hits.
But here we go. We got Okay, but Bodman's already looking to go in as well. These girls
15-40.
are good blitzers.
Nothing more frustrating when they're both staying back on the serve and you miss the return,
Yeah.
of course.
Yep.
Well, maybe that little dink return works when they're both back.
Yeah, but this game is
Game,
very
Bodman,
fast.
Hayward. They lead the second set 2-love. They won the first 6-4.
Okay. Look at this pace of play. It's very fast. They need to slow this down, Nuslock and Prusis.
Well, the book on new players, new great talented tennis players that come in. I remember Susie Mascaron Keene was in this category. You beat them on the wires.
15-love.
You don't. They will drive everything from anywhere. But if you can get the ball
Yes.
to their wires, you can kill them, as I always
Right.
termed.
It's a slow death.
Yeah, but you got that should have probably gone over to.
Wow.
Look at that drop shot. Very deceptive. Just a kill
30
stab
love.
drop
Right.
volley.
She does that. She drops her wrist and the ball just dies.
Sizzled up a
Hayward.
backspin. I mean, that's key. If you got that, if you got those hands, look at that.
That's a fantastic get by.
Look at Holly dig that thing out.
Yeah.
Holly played tennis at Denison. Went to college with one of my old students, David Preschlack, who was now vice president
40
of
love.
NBC Sports. He's a big paddle player.
Hmm.
Excuse me, he's president of 3 divisions.
Okay, we've got Hayward serving.
Look at Holly. She does some poaching up there.
Yes,
Uh,
she does. She's got a big wingspan. She's she's
Yeah.
very
Game,
tall.
Bodman, Hayward. They lead 3-love.
And she's
Second set. They won the
Close
first
to
6-4.
6 feet tall.
yes, she is. And they've been a scrappy, tough out in all the big tournaments the last 4 or 5 years, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's another. Well, there it is.
All right, so 3-love for Bodman and Hayward, and they won the first set 6-4.
I have a question for you, Lisa.
Mhm.
Having played a lot of paddle in your life, why are the momentum swings so vast and so much more than any other racket sport in paddle?
Well, when I first started this game, I never really understood that either. But
Love
the court
15.
is so small. There's one serve. Things just happen so fast. Quick mistakes. When I was learning in the beginning, I just felt like, wow, how did that happen?
15
But
all.
I just feel like the pace of play is so much quicker in paddle
And that's
than
why
it is in
the
tennis.
momentum's
Right. I mean, you walk to get the ball for tennis. You got to make sure you have 2 balls, and things just kind of naturally slow down. And in paddle, I feel like it naturally speeds up.
Alexis Prusis back to us in the black. Got the Johnny Cash look
Wow.
and a great rip. She's again can drive
30-15.
anything from anywhere, and
Right. Very talented.
this is going to be a great experience for her, and hopefully it'll hook her.
Yeah.
Because the way
30
for
all.
our sport to grow more, we need younger players to get in
I agree.
that have a pretty quick impact
Right.
and can add to the diversity of talent.
Well, you have a lot of great tennis players here in the Chicago area.
Yeah, we do.
And you have a fantastic program. You've got great leagues, and I think
30-40.
it's just such a great way to get into the sport. Coming from tennis, a lot of tennis players just want something different. Want to play a different sport than playing tennis their whole lives.
Exactly.
30 up,
Something
deuce.
new to learn.
It's
and
so much fun. You've
It
been
is
doing tennis
great.
your whole life, and then you
Yeah.
find this. It transfers pretty seamlessly.
Right.
Obviously, there's some fundamental changes, which Alexis is going through right now. Look at her digging off that
she's,
screen.
She's a little nervous on those
Advantage
screens.
Hayward.
Doesn't really know exactly where to go. And that's where the experience, you're asking me early about the experience. That's where the experience comes in.
Now look at the blitz. There's the good tennis skills.
Nuslock's backhand is just it's so pretty.
It's money.
Mm.
Always has been.
Yep.
Deuce.
She crouches, she bends her knees, gets a
Yes.
low center of gravity, and explodes on the ball, and uses her legs brilliantly on those shots. Fault.
Advantage Hayward.
Alexis is wondering where that second serve is.
Wow.
Look at that rip.
Wow. Bodman was still moving.
Score is deuce.
So it's deuce, love 3 in the second set. Wow. So it's a
Hand
great
cuffed her.
battle
Bruce's.
out there.
Well, good location of the drive. It kind of made her go into a kung fu mode with her hands. You know, it twisted her arms around.
Yeah.
It was a different type of volley. That's where the Hank Irvine School of commit to that backhand volley. You know, lock in, chicken wing
Score
it.
is deuce.
For anything hard, use your backhand volley. But occasionally you get some windshield wiper volleyers that are pretty good in this game, but not
Yeah,
too often.
Not. They've kind of left the game.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
At this level
Yeah,
anyhow.
at this level. You'll still see them, but not here.
Advantage Hayward.
Okay, let's see this.
Great serve right on the
That's a
tee.
fantastic
Hit-
serve.
Chelsea almost put that thing away, a deep soft into the corner.
Again, Bruce's doesn't realize that that Bobbin and Hayward love the pace.
You can
The
see,
harder they hit, the more they love it.
and you can
Game
see
Bodman Hayward. They lead 4-love. Second set. They won
well,
the first
Chelsea and
6-4.
Alexis are down 4-love, and they just again the tennis comes out in them. They don't like letting the ball go to the screen yet. They keep trying to take that heat off the deck.
Right.
Again, there's Holly and Liz huddling up. You gotta communicate in this game. I've always said it's like playing tennis in a closet. You know, you gotta left hand's gotta know what the right hand's gonna do, and you play as a team more. It seems like here, if you really gotta be on the same page.
15-love.
All right, we have an update score. Dardis and Shea are up 5-4 in their first set against Doughton and Eckley. I believe that's how you pronounce that last name.
Nice.
I believe Doughton's a 6-time national champion with Susie Keene.
Yes, close. 5 or 6 for
5
sure.
or 6, yeah.
I just did a clinic with Mary Doughton, who again mentored Nuslock here in the white shirt.
30-love.
What a great asset she's been to Chicago platform tennis. Mary Doughton, both as a player and a coach.
Mhm.
Got the biggest town in America right now, I think, for paddles, Hinsdale, Illinois. Town's gone crazy.
30-15.
And it's all new in the last 20 years.
Right.
The clubs and courts sprouting up. Now there's the tennis brain. You
Yeah,
see that
that's
angle
30
volley on
all.
the first volley.
It's not a smart volley to hit. If you make it, it's fantastic, but your percentages are so low. She's got to put that volley right back in the middle of the court. Maybe she's a little afraid of Prusis's drive backhand.
Could very well be.
But I just think percentage-wise, it's not a smart play.
Nuslock and Bruce's just going to drive just about every ball they can.
Right.
The tennis brain. I always taught the tennis brain
Advantage,
versus the paddle
Nuslock.
brain.
30-40, excuse me.
We have a great new shot here. They set up some new cameras. Kelly and Austin out of eNet Live put another camera in. And we are looking right through the back of the court with
Game Prusis Nuslock.
All right,
Bodman
they're on the
Hayward
board
lead
and they're
4-1 second set. They won the first 6-4.
Great. All right, we do have an update. Dardis and Shea did win their first set 6-4 against Doughton and Eckley.
back live. We will be going back to the Ondrejkova Zubori match. Prop and Shpiz, but we are still on this all Chicago matchup here with Nuslock serving. Her partner Prusis just missed the volley.
Love
She's
15.
backing up a little bit. That's the tennis play. You're just get a little nervous and you feel like you'd have a little more time, but you really don't. If she feels rushed, she should just let it go and hit the screen. But again, her experience of not knowing where the balls are going to go off the screen, I can understand why she wants to take it in the air. but she's got to get close.
Love 30.
And like you say, no, you can't give ground. When you're backing up and you hit a tennis volley, you have the strings to sort of help you.
Right.
Here it
Right.
clunks straight down.
Exactly.
I had this old broom I used to use, a long
40.
broom. I put the broom on the back when they get ready to drive, so that they wouldn't back up. My
Really?
students, and you got to take it. It's coming. Look at that dig on court 2.
Game, Bodman, Hayward. They lead 5-1. Second set. They won the first 6-4.
Getting away from Prusis and Nuzlocke, but we have switched back. They're down 5-1. We're going back over to live action. Prop and Shpiz, all black team here in the colors. She's serving with her back to us. Heather Prop. We'll
Do we
get
have
you
a
an updated
score?
score here shortly.
15-40.
Okay.
15:40. You can probably hear Matt McClure, the umpire, up in the chair. Great serve to the side tee from
Game, Zubori Martina.
Prop.
They lead 3 games to 2.
3 games
Okay,
to 2.
Games to 2.
Ondrejkova,
Ondrejkova
Zubori
Zubori up
with
3-2 in the second set.
Louder.
beautiful day. The Glenview Club. Cloud cover makes for a really nice day of paddle. We got our lead sponsors, Uline and Viking. Thank you so much for letting us do all this good stuff. Paddle is still on the uptick. Is getting a lot of competition with that pickleball, though.
Oh, pickleball. Have you played?
15
A
love.
while back, but pickleball, the fastest growing racket sport in America.
Yeah, it's a fun sport. Scoring was a little screwy for me in the beginning, but I enjoyed it. We put one right on our paddle court at Huntington. Country
15
Club.
I
all.
think that's where we're heading at the Unwincy Club.
Yeah,
I'll be talking to you about that.
yeah.
Well, stay out of the kitchen, right?
Yeah, I always stay out of the kitchen.
30-15.
If my husband's listening.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Oh, that's a great blitz by Shpiz.
30 all.
Wow, I don't even see her coming.
Stealth.
Well, she's in all black.
All right, great camera work here. Coming from the side a little bit. Zubori
And
serve.
that beautiful forehand drive by Heather Prop. Again, right at,
Almost got the nick.
Ondrejkova's-
There's the drop.
and you can go around the net at that point as long as you're not in your opponent's court of play.
It was always my
40-30.
favorite shot, Lisa. That drop angle they hit, because I always taught don't use the angle against fast players. And the trick question on the test is, does the ball have to go over the net? The answer is no.
No.
It goes around. There's a great first
That's
volley
right.
with the chicken wing.
Did she make that? I missed.
Caught the line.
Caught the line?
It looked like it was probably
Deuce.
going out because of the height.
Yeah.
The old paddle
Okay.
axiom of shoulder high, let her fly.
Yep.
Didn't work that time.
Well,
Usually you release
people
and
have
go
so
back.
much spin these days. Sometimes that phrase is not always 100% foolproof.
Exactly.
Here comes the drive. I
Should have
wish
rolled
you would
that.
put that down the line to
And
get
again,
Ondrejkova to reach.
she jabbed it, Wendy Shpiz did, and as opposed to that tight roll,
Right.
which is
She
so
doesn't
easy
move
off
with
the
ball.
screen.
There's that flat overhead by Ondrejkova.
I call it the peg, where she's trying to peg the opponent.
Right.
There's a
Now they know. to
Great
back up,
hands.
but again, fantastic placement on the drive by Prop again.
I like
Good
Zubori's
pace.
patience in this point.
Yeah.
There it is again. She
A
had
nice
balls she
switch
could have driven.
back.
The whirly bird. Wow, what a
Wow,
point.
That's a great point.
Just got updated from Mr. Easterbrook on the, it is
Advantage
official in the
returners.
books. Hayward and Bodman win 6-4, 6-2 over the new team of Alexis Prusis and Chelsea Nuzlocke. Congratulations.
Shpiz is starting to feel her drives a little bit more, and she's a fantastic backhand. It's a roll shot. It's sometimes hard to read. A two-handed backhand.
Deuce.
It's a tough shot to read. Never know.
Yeah, it
They
is.
could hold it last second. They can go down that line.
But one of the cardinal sins, you missed a lob wide. There's no reason to miss wide or long. Just miss a lob in general. You
Yeah.
just all you're trying to do is get them off the net a little, set your offense up. Look how they shift over. The captain of the overhead is Zubori. She's two righties, so whoever has the forehand in the middle tends to take more unless it's lobbed directly over the head of the deuce side player. And
Advantage servers.
Advantage.
servers, I think the names are throwing them for a loop.
I think he gave up on Ondrejkova and just says Martina.
It's the first I've ever heard that.
Yeah.
Servers. There are some tough enunciations
There
in the
are.
game today. Nice
little
patience.
Tennis volley.
There's the peg overhead. Good hands. She comes.
Way to cover.
Look at this.
She's
Look
got
at
him,
they-
got him running around.
like a duck in a shooting gallery.
Right.
And that's just the relentless pressure of those overheads, rollers,
Game
cutters,
Zubori.
Yeah.
hard
They have
right
a lot
at
of
them.
options.
They lead 4 games to 2.
Okay. So what do you think Shpiz and Prop need to do to get back into this?
Well, they got to just cut errors down. I mean, in that first set, they had 40-15 to get it to 5-all. Then they probably played 4 or 5 of the loosest,
Shpiz to
quickest
serve.
points where they couldn't put the hammer down. So they got to cut down on the errors and maybe take a little of the air out of the ball.
Right.
Because if I would give them any thoughts, there's a let court. Zubori,
Love 15.
you know, you can bore her a little bit. She's got
Yes.
so much talent. She starts to roll and get a little too fancy pant with some of the shots.
Right.
And next thing you know, she misses. So
Right.
she's probably missed 6 overheads.
Right. Yeah. And a couple volleys.
So extend the points, tighten it up.
Right.
Because now you're getting to that point in the match where you got to pitch the tent and you're going to
Mhm.
refuse to lose and just grind
Right.
it out.
Right. And I think they can do that. I think that's where I want to see Prop's experience. So like she's trying to go for a lot because they force you to
Love
go
30.
for a lot. But I'd love to see her experience kind of kick in and just say, all right, like you said, pitch the tent, slow it down.
And that move she had right there looked a little inexperienced because, you know, when you drive a ball, you got to have the waist-high ball, you got to have the in a good position, and you got to be on balance. Well, she
Right.
was lunging.
Right.
And you're down 4-2.
Right.
And they're good enough to wait for a better chance. There's your waterfall.
Yeah, and she's really trying to, Ondrejkova's trying to aim for that nick.
She's
The
pretty
joint
good at it,
as
but
you
not as
call
good
it.
as Lauren Zink was against you in the
Oh,
national finals
God, don't remind me.
2012.
Don't remind
I've
me.
never seen so many nicks in one match.
Me
Maybe
neither.
she hit more nicks in that one match than I think everyone else did in the tournament. You guys are you're shaking your heads.
Yeah, we were.
Love 40.
But
Love 40, triple break point,
We were
down
there.
2-4. But a great opportunity to steal this game. You know, no lead is big enough in platform tennis. And the momentum swings, as we were talking about earlier.
okay, see again that kind of blase.
15-40.
She just gets handsy with
Backhand.
that volley instead of
She
a more of a
does.
firm, rigid block
Right.
deflection. But she's got the talent, that's for sure.
Love how Zubori's already there before Ondrejkova even returns the ball. When your partner's returns are that good, might as well just start running in. Great placement. I guess who they need to hit some of those right hits
30,
on
40.
Zubori.
Exactly. Again, they're 2 points
Fighting back to get to
coming
4-3.
back.
Hugely important game.
Biggest point of the match.
Nice control drive by Prop.
Just a real mature overheads.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait till you get the short ball. Look at the doink.
Oh, that's
Bingo.
great pickup by Shpiz. Way to be there.
It's amazing hands.
Mm-hmm. It's a little tough to see in that ad corner from Shpiz. It's tough.
It is
I think
tough.
she's hitting a few down the line to.
Beautiful
she
shot.
Gets that shot. Wow.
Okay,
There's the experience coming in.
just inside the line, a perfect drive off the
Deuce.
wire.
Yep.
They've battled back from that love 40 deficit. Now if they can sneak this game out, we got a ball game.
Right. See how they play these points.
There we go. I like that choice better.
Yeah.
She'd been driving
Yeah.
a few of
Yeah.
those.
And they want that. They want that drive.
Yeah, they do. Good dig.
Yes.
Almost glued up on the side screen there.
So she's got Zubori's feet behind that service line. That's a great lob.
Watch Shpiz's feet out there, gang.
Interesting choice.
See, there it is again.
Yeah.
We were talking Zubori. We'll give you those. After about every 6 to 10 overhead, she might go for something extra.
Yeah. All right.
Shpiz's feet are non-stop. She's got a great split step every time. Happy feet. At a point in the match where a lot of people get sad feet. Look how quick she snuck over there. Oh, what a move.
Wow.
Tremendous play.
Game,
Great game
prop,
for
and
them to win.
Shpiz.
Really important.
And there's that momentum, ginormous
Zubori
momentum
Martina
swing.
Right.
They're
games
1
to
point
3.
away from going down 5-2. They run a 5-pack on them, and now it's 4-3
Right.
with momentum.
Right. I like it. They played those points much smarter.
Uline is the leading distributor of shipping, industrial, and packaging materials to businesses throughout North America. They ship over 2.5 million boxes every day, but they are so much more than a box company. More than 32,000 quality products are always in stock and ready to ship. Outstanding customer service means that they're here when you need them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Uline, the best selection, products, and people for an unforgettable customer experience. Thank Liz, Dick, Duke, Brian, and Freddie. Here we go. Heather has just a tremendous two-handed off that screen, huh?
She does.
Look at her coming over. Thought it might nick.
I love watching Heather Prop play, but I don't like playing against her.
There, here comes something.
Again,
Spotted it up on the right
perfect
hip,
spot, I'm
right out,
telling you.
right armpit.
Yep.
Is also a nice choice if you.
And then she finished. She figured something else out. She did a different spot on her drive.
All right, gang, lob in the green, drive in the blue. That's cardinal rule of paddle. Once you get these points started, and now there's a
Shpiz
drivable
is
ball.
trying to get in there.
Good patience from Shpiz. Wow,
Mm.
quick draw there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a little let court. That was interesting.
Yeah, it was. Let's see who's going to blink first.
Oh, wow.
Patience.
Don't think she
There we
needed
go.
to do
Great
that, but
lob.
it sure looked good. Oh, too bad.
Oh, this was good here on the side.
This was good here. on this
15
side.
love.
Tremendous point. Ondrejkova serving. Back to us in the red top. Aggressive, just an aggressive play, high energy
15
on that
all.
return. She's getting more energized.
Yeah, she is.
Wendy
and I like when
Shpiz.
she comes in, comes forward. She's so much better. Schwitz. I think they were worried about that forehand return from Prop. I'd be a little worried about that.
15 30.
Again, they got to keep the train rolling. They're still
Mhm.
trailing. Return of servers have had the advantage in this match.
Oh, wow.
Right armpit, elbow. She got that one up a little bit. That's a great spot.
Yeah.
15 40.
She's finding her range.
Yes.
Wendy Shpiz is from Winnetka, Illinois.
That would have been a great one to blitz on Wendy if she could have.
That's a great drive. Be ready. Someone's got to follow it in. One screen
One
kiss.
screen,
Beautiful. Double. Lob in the green, drive in the blue. There, look how
Prop
she
is a
stepped up.
Very thoughtful lobber.
Oh, you know what I love there, Lisa, when she's running on that short drop volley?
30
is
40.
Drop her back, just dink it back.
Mhm.
You know, if you don't have that up and in where you bring it up into their body, just put the ball back in their court,
Right.
at their feet.
Oh, wow.
Oh boy, wow.
I'm sure she's
Deuce.
very sorry.
She's like, I'm so happy right now. I got a free
so
one.
Sorry.
A lead cord, a line, and a metal
And a
beam.
nick.
It's tough to get all three.
God, the trifecta.
Yeah, it hurts when you gotta take that. Good lob
That's
there.
fantastic
That's it.
lob.
Up the line lobs.
Fantastic. Way to get up fast.
Another
Nice transition,
neutralize
though.
them on that overhead. Bang.
That forehand. Wow.
Little Houdini pulled the rabbit
Jeez.
out of the hat there, Lisa. There, now, what's good for the goose?
Way
Hell,
to get
oh, what
behind
a
her. Wow,
volley.
that's really well played point by
Advantage
everybody.
returners.
Good stuff.
And you see that forehand from Zubori. That's lethal.
Now, the one thing Wendy has not been able to do yet is put that hammer forehand on a big point. She struggled with the
Yeah,
big
she
point. She's
has.
made more
Let's
errors.
see what happens here.
And
Oh,
there she got it. Got a little let cord.
slow it down.
Oh, I love that shot.
Get her screen.
Look at that.
They could get
Swing it. Oh,
Martina's
that's trouble. That's
screen.
trouble.
That is trouble.
Wow. We got
Okay,
ourselves
we
a
got
ball
our
game.
We're
Game,
here.
prop, and Shpiz. 4
Round of
all.
16
Second
coverage.
set.
all.
Chicago Charities. 4 all.
They were
First
here in the
set.
first set, so let's see if they can convert and play those tighter points like you were saying that they didn't do in the first set.
I mean, it got down to that, really, the big points. Ondrejkova and Zubori won them. Very competitive match here. This one's a tight match across the board. Look how they switched in the backcourt. They're trying to keep the pressure on.
Yeah.
Wendy,
She's
Shpiz.
trying to defend.
Need one high lob. That might do it right there.
Yeah,
There it is.
She let that ball.
Oh,
that's-
energy
that's
level dropped.
unfortunate, Yeah.
Getting a little fatigued, but
Yeah.
she tried that little slow roll dink. And
Low
It's a
15.
bad idea.
nope, but no,
But I
no.
think they were winning those points when they were lengthening the points.
And they also were winning when Wendy was
15
powering
all.
the drive.
Mhm.
A loose one by Zubori. A great serve into the body.
Dangerously loose.
Oh, great serve. Side tee. I think it caught both lines.
Yep.
Look at the grip on Shpiz. It's way over. You got a semi-western on it, so she can get the sizzle on those. Good. Fill the hole on
Okay,
the.
you see Ondrejkova, she's coming out a little bit. There's potential to get behind Ondrejkova
30-15.
in her screen when she's trying to help Zubori bail. Yeah,
Wow.
Wendy should have bailed. In the first
Yeah,
one.
I'm with you. Right off the
Yep,
bat,
yep.
and then she tried to take another one up front, and
30
it cost
all.
her.
Yep.
I like the Chicago Bear hat Shpiz is sporting. We are Bear fans in Bear country.
I just have an update with Doughton and Dardis and Shea. Is that right? Dardis and Shea. They won 6-4, 6-love against Doughton and Eckley.
That team is tough. Always
Yes.
tough, Dardis and Shea.
They have
Toughest out in the
fantastic
tournament.
results.
Toughest out in the tournament, I think,
Yes.
as a general rule.
It is, but they haven't won a national championship, and I'm surprised at that. They win a ton
Me
of
too.
tournaments,
Exactly.
but they haven't been able to win that big one.
Shpiz and props back to us, up at the net, playing the overheads. Great.
I like that pace of screen right into that corner. Hard to decide if you should
40,
block it
30.
or let it go. If it
Yeah.
lets go, it's going to hit the nick.
Or play before it kisses the side screen or after. It was perfectly placed by Heather Prop. 30 all.
This is where I think Heather's experience is going to kick in.
Game,
Oh, no,
prop,
excuse me. I
and
called the score
Shpiz.
wrong.
They lead 5-4.
Okay.
Second set.
I like
Very
this
interesting.
momentum shift, yeah.
It is. It's exactly what we were talking about earlier. And again, it's a reminder out there that Prop and Shpiz were down 4-2, 40 love. And came back and ran 5 points in a row. Now they're up 5-4
Yeah.
with a chance to break and win the second
Zubori
set.
to serve.
There's that momentum shift. You just win that one game, and it changes everything.
Rare error
15 love.
from Prop with that two-hander.
She's got to know where she's won her points, and let's not speed it up right now.
Well, great overhead. Nice dig.
Yep. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
Yeah, she forced
30
it.
love.
That's what
The
happens
ball
when you
came
force it.
into her a little quick. I think she just didn't realize how fast it was coming in. I think she didn't mean to drive. There's that nick again.
There's
Jeez.
back-to-back nicks. Great digs.
3 in
Almost
this-
got another
in
one.
this game.
I love that overhead where you try to glue it to the side screen.
Yeah.
That's good drivable right there. No, good lob. I love that lob up the line. Shpiz would
Again,
hit.
a little slow to come back into that net.
30-15.
They've won probably 6 points on just, for lack of a better word, lazy recovery. Coming back in.
And for those out there, you always drive off to the person off the
30
net,
all.
further person off the net. They've done it to Zubori a lot here. Now it's 30 all again.
Yeah.
2 points from the set. What a return.
Great pickup by Zubori.
Great
There's her
hands.
talent.
Great neutralizer overhead there. I love that one.
Like to see them go back to Martina again off that screen.
They've done a good job of icing Ondrejkova,
Mhm.
and she's hitting, I don't know, 20% or less of the shots.
30-40.
Right.
So they got a
Right.
definite game plan, and Zubori's a little more of a loose at
Loose
times.
cannon.
She hits amazing shots, but this
Yeah.
is a game about not making errors.
Right. Well, she's given them the points on this game.
Set point. Great lob from Prop. Good dig, Shpiz. Backside screen, no problem. A little short.
She's always aiming
That's the
for
one.
that
Look at
nick.
that nice deep lob off the double wire screener.
Way to
Sneaky,
move over.
sneaky. Roller low.
Well, Prop hits that nice down the line lob, and you see Shpiz getting over to the left, looking for that drive.
Mm-hmm.
They're really covering their corners, though.
They're protecting those corners. Super spin overhead.
Yep. Okay, here it comes.
Put it back up. Smart.
Nice.
Wait it out.
Yep,
There it is.
There we go.
And that's what we were talking
Exactly
about.
What we were
that
talking
Game
about.
and
What a
set.
great set for these
Prop
two to
and
win.
Shpiz.
That was impressive.
6-4.
See if they can keep this momentum going.
We'll be right back in just a moment after these messages right here on the APTA network presented by eNet Live.
From spinning to swinging to throwing, you never know what's next for you. That's why at North Shore Orthopedic Institute, we're always thinking ahead of the curve. From treating the pros to weekend warriors. From minimally invasive procedures to regenerating knee cartilage, helping you wake up pain-free. At North Shore, we're not just here for you now, we're helping you be ready for what's next.
Welcome back to the APTA Grand Prix Series. We're in a round of 16 match between the number 5 seeds, Martina Ondrejkova, and her partner, Anna Maria Zubori. And they are playing Heather Prop and Wendy Shpiz. We've split sets, Lisa. We're going to the rubber.
Yeah, this is a great first 2 sets. I think, as you said, Prop and Shpiz cleaned it up in the second set. They were at the same scoring position that they were in the first set. They made some loose errors, and they cleaned it up, and they got the points that they needed at the right time.
They sure did.
Let's see if they can keep that momentum into the third set. I see Zubori, those longer points, they seem to get the points off Zubori. She seems like she gets a little bored.
She gets and makes loose overheads.
Yep.
But again, I stand by my comment. It's the greatest momentum swing sport maybe ever. Zubori and Ondrejkova were up 4-2, 40 love. After having won the first set, 1 point to get up 5-2, and they lost 5
Prop
points
to
in a
serve.
row, and then they lost 3 games in a row.
Yep.
There's the cascading momentum. Here we go. First point of
Okay.
the opening, or the final set, excuse me.
And we have Heather Prop serving.
We got Prop, and her back is to us on the right side. Her partner, Wendy Shpiz from Winnetka. They are hitting overheads at the net against Martina Ondrejkova in the red, looking straight through the court.
15 love.
Her partner, Anna Maria Zubori, in the ad court with the trucker hat on.
All right, we have an update.
30
Suzanne Lembury and Kelly Robach won the first set 7-5 against Maglochi and Murphy.
I have a vested interest in that match, so I'm happy to hear that. But I'm rooting for everybody.
Lembury and Robach are locals, Chicago locals.
Good rip.
30 all.
That's a tough one to miss.
Zubori's got some game. She's like a Ferrari. Can really amp it up. But again, got to cut down on the little accidents. And I'll tell you, Shpiz and Prop have the perfect answer for this team because they can take the air out of the ball with timely drives. Bore them a little bit. There's a
Wow.
was it a drop volley or a miss
I
hit?
think a
winner?
miss hit off the edge of her paddle.
I love that
30,
shot when I
40.
hit it.
She meant it.
Yeah. Perfect day for paddle. The overcast just makes it a glorious day to play.
Yeah, the sun is behind the clouds now, thankfully. I think that was a little tough for the ad side players closest to the hut.
And this time of day and later, that sun sets in the west, you're looking right into a fireball. It's hard when you're on the side of Prop and Shpiz.
That's a tough game to lose.
Right off the bat.
They were up and
Game Zubori Martina. They lead 1-0 third set.
okay.
Well, again, the natural thing that happens when you win a set
Zubori to serve.
is what happens the first game of the next set.
Yeah.
You let up, and the other team bears down, and next
Yep.
thing you know, you got to be careful you don't dig a hole.
Right.
You got to
Get a little ray of hope.
keep the intensity up, mental focus, have your plan. That's a good
That's
lob.
going in.
They're making Zubori
She's making
hit
her
the
work.
lion's share of the balls. See, that could go. That's a great
Wow.
lob. That's a great
Fantastic
lob.
lob.
Nice deep.
Oh.
Falling away. Unbalanced. Probably would want to have that one back.
15 love.
Number 5 seeds are serving. Zubori serving.
Like that slower overhead hit by Zubori gets her back in to the net with ample time.
Mm-hmm. Great volley right into the body. Shpiz has won a number of tournaments with Jane McNitt.
Mm-hmm.
Say hi to Jane out there. She's a great Chicago paddle player. I think they won the Charities, actually.
They did, I
Pretty
think,
darn sure.
3 years ago,
Mhm.
maybe? 2-3 years ago?
Tough team.
Okay, I like they're slowing this down, but I'd like to see them step up and give me some drives as well.
Well, as long as they pick the right ball, who's going to
Mhm.
pull the trigger? Here it comes.
There it goes.
Yeah. You know, this is.
Um,
I'd like to say the wind got it, but it didn't.
30 love.
All right. Good start
Okay,
for
deep
Zubori.
breath. Start over.
Deep breath is huge for those out there listening. You gotta breathe. I was always amazed at how many of my gals, when they played, they held their breath.
Yeah,
I
they
said,
do.
Man, you're not breathing. Every ball you hit, you gotta exhale. You don't have to go Monica Seles hit loud, but
Right.
you gotta exhale.
Nice deep lob again. Shpiz is really starting to put those lobs up, and I'd love to see her transition into a drive opportunity right there. Oh, she
she
held back
definitely,
a little bit. She looks a little tight.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say she definitely got looser midway through that second set.
Yeah.
And those forehands had a little extra giddy up on them.
Yeah.
And wasn't none of that. This is a great
40
round
love.
of 16 match, Lisa.
Right. Yeah. Thought this would be a good match. It's nice to see Prop just calming Shpiz down a little bit, telling her it's okay. Let's regroup.
Okay, take them when you
Good.
get them.
Got to do one at a time.
They all come out in the wash.
40-15.
Yeah. She's coming in for a guest appearance. Zubori at the net. Doesn't need to do that.
Good roller there. Good speed on that O-red. Having to make some tough digs. Good choice. Lob up the line.
Oh,
blitz.
I like that blitz.
I like it.
I like
Good rip.
that.
Another
Something's
rip
gotta
coming up.
happen.
Look at Wendy up there looking to cherry pick a volley.
Little miss hit on that.
Look at that sneak attack.
Very
Rip.
good.
It's on top of that drive. Prop
Okay.
does.
Start again.
Rip. Low roll. Again, huge point for them to win.
Oh.
Took it upstairs a little
That's
high.
tough.
Game, Zubori.
Forcing her to play a little more. Great. Look at that volley.
Mm.
That's a national championship volley.
There we go.
Oh, boy.
Oh, she tried
Yeah,
to
it
hit
was
her.
Out. Yes, she did. She's
Yep.
trying to get.
Love
You know what
15.
would have been a great shot there is a drop shot.
Drop
back.
shot.
It's one of the rarest things, a drop shot off the bounce, but
Yeah.
that would have done it.
Yeah.
Because they'd get on the heels backing up. Risque, but
Hard-hitting tennis players don't think that way sometimes.
no. There we go. Good altitude on the lobs.
Love to see Zubori move back a little bit more with her feet. She reaches
Yeah.
on when she hits her overheads. Let's see if we can see. I like that play. I like
There it
that
is.
she's doing something.
Shpiz.
She's in their face. She's going forward.
And
That's when she's good.
You better believe it. And that's when you get that double trouble, where you got the prop low backhand and
Right.
Shpiz hanging out with her nose on the
15
net.
all.
That's a
Right.
hard volley to make.
Right.
Sorry, you're right. 15-30.
Yeah.
Apologies.
15-30. Love 2. Third and final set.
So she stays back. You don't really need a great serve. Just need to get it in the box.
Smooth rip. Zubori's back to us on the left side. Ondrejkova's got the red top on. Shpiz hit that forehand. Like that low cutter. I like that low
Yeah.
hard cutter.
Yep.
Let the ball drop and zing it right into
15-40.
the body.
Right.
Forcing them to take it off the deck, or if they let it go to the screen, they got to chase it down.
Right.
So great choice.
Your paddle, like it's got a little movement. Can't hit it cleanly.
Oh, look at that ho hum volley.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
missed it.
she missed it.
The net got in the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Point
Game
game
I
three.
still
Ray
like that
Martina,
game that they played.
3-0.
Shpiz and Prop. I think they played that a little better. A little more energy. All right, I'd like to thank one of our national sponsors, Viking Athletics, is the premier brand and the undisputed leader in platform tennis. Viking is platform tennis.
All right, here we go.
Tina to serve. 3 love.
Martina Ondrejkova to serve at 3 love. Final set, round of 16 action. Chicago Charities. One of the greatest, largest, most long-running paddle tournaments in the world. Glenview Club hosting as always. Host pro here, Jason Love, one of my former pros, spent 10 years with me. Doing a great job down here.
Having a little clinic right here, drive clinic.
And volley, build
Yeah.
the wall.
That's
that
a
shot always
rare
bothers
error
me.
by prop.
Yeah, no, the shot always bothers me. You run back
15 love.
and you try to maybe be a little offensive with it instead of just starting over.
Yep.
Launch it as high as the lights.
Yeah.
Set up a tent. Whoa.
Oh, whoopsie.
Whoa.
All right, we have an update on a score. Curtis and
30
Jaffe are
love.
up 6-1, 3-1 over Chekhovich at Sandy and Marina Olmuller.
Your old partner.
My old partner, Liz Jaffe.
30-15.
National finalist team twice. And
Yep. Played with her for over 13 years on the tour.
shout out to Old Muellers and David's trek across America.
40-15.
Yeah.
Looking forward
He
to seeing how
finished,
that
right?
all- Yeah.
Did he finish up?
I'm not 100% sure where it is, but what a story. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, there's the one of the rarest things you see in paddle, an ace.
Games,
And
Zubori Martina,
an
they lead
ace.
4-0.
And a nick.
And on game point.
Yeah.
So they served it at the right time, she did, Martina, and they're up for
Wow.
love. Final set. Now we're into pitch of 10 again. They were here kind of in the second set.
Yeah.
They were backed into
They
a corner.
were.
So they know they can do it. Now, one more time. Build the wall
The
up there.
Discipline.
Look at those controlled drives from Ondrejkova. Almost got the neck. She's taking dead aim for it.
Mm.
Good lobbing. Great overhead here.
Whoopsie.
Tell you what, almost got the umpire.
Yeah.
Matt can still move his head a little bit.
Yeah.
15 love.
At this stage, when you say they just need to get on the board, right? They got to
I think they
stop the
do.
bleeding. And
Stop the bleeding.
get on the board.
Yeah. Make Martina and Anna Maria think a little bit. Good leave by Ondrejkova.
Way to duck. You know, get small up that net when
15
someone's
all.
got a juicy forehand.
Right.
Yeah.
The smaller you get, the less target you are. If you stand tall, you're going to get pegged a little
Yeah.
more.
And she is tall.
She is 6 feet at least, eh?
I think so.
She's
Again, great time to blitz, but her
30,
preparation
15.
is poor.
It's the most often missed volley in paddle, that blitzing volley.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's the most easy that
Right.
people still miss it.
Yep.
And you just got to take that and hit it right up the middle easy.
Yeah. But with your hands up.
I think people try to win the point on it, and they get a little amped up and waterfall. Great lob right there. Doink, almost. Some good overheads. And all you're trying to do with these overheads is neutralize your opponent. Hit it. Lovely.
Wow, that's
What a volley
really
from Heather
pretty
Prop.
drive by Zubori.
Repeat cycle. They're back on Zubori's wires. It's no
You see
secret
that
what they've been
they're
doing.
Real.
Look at that. Oh, great play from Zubori.
Yeah, but I still like the game plan. I like the game plan. They're going to Zubori in her
30 all.
corner, lulling her
Absolutely.
to sleep a little bit, see if she'll pull the trigger. And she did there, but
Well, it's better than the alternative too.
yeah.
I think you start messing with the fire and the red.
Right. Still like to see Prop and Shpiz put some behind Ondrejkova.
Like I tell you, Ondrejkova is so solid.
But have you noticed? I think she's only gotten one screen. And they have hit some to her, not a lot, but she's only hit one screen.
She's cutting them off. Oh, did that catch?
I think so.
Wow,
Yeah.
what a shot. Big
Yeah.
time shot there from
Good.
Wendy Shpiz.
40-30.
And it comes at a
Okay,
good
here
time.
we go. Game point.
They need this. They need to get on the board. Down 4 love. Smart.
Great foot speed by Prop.
You knew that hammer was coming. Now we're
Oh.
ouchie.
Well, I think she tried to hit too big of a shot from too deep
Deuce.
of a position.
She's letting us know, is that the first one she's missed, right?
I think
that's what she
so.
was saying. Well,
And you're up 4-0.
never miss an overhead. And Heather Prop showed she's human. She missed her first one. The players who have all the, she's got a vanilla overhead where these other gals have that chocolate chip cookie dough overhead. So they'll miss more. But you hit more winners with it, right? But
Right.
you're going to make more errors.
Right.
Love
like that
love the
look.
blitz.
I like that look.
And like I
Head
said,
out.
it's the most often missed volley in the game.
Yeah.
It's the blitz, and I mean, was it hard? It wasn't that tough. Although Zubori was at the net, maybe it forced her to try to keep it down. But
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't need to be the winning shot.
It
It's a
needs-
transition shot. That's unfortunate.
Yep.
So they're up 5 Love and Ondrejkova Zubori in the
Game
third
Zubori
set.
Martina. They lead 5-0.
And what is 5 love
Third
in the
set.
third set? It's an opportunity.
Nothing good.
It's an opportunity to come back, ruin somebody's day. And I bet you would say you've seen it happen.
I have seen it happen.
How many
and
times?
I've done
you
it.
think? Yeah. How
It's
many
not
times?
fun when it's done
No,
on you.
you have to take it. But
Right.
I've seen it 6 times.
6 times.
6 love, not all in the third set. Or 5 love.
5
leads
Love,
squandered.
yeah. 6 Love, they'd be done.
Most scoring, yes,
Love 15.
depending. All right.
Okay, there's one.
Backed into
Like
a
you
corner.
said, climb the screen.
That court. Look at the hands. Look at the
Wow,
pickups.
great hands by all of them.
Fun to watch. Off balance.
There's
a
2.
little bit. Hey,
Love
try some things you wouldn't ordinarily
30.
try at 5 love maybe, but in this
Right.
game you start trying some stuff. Next thing you know, you're hearing footsteps.
Right.
And
No,
then
you're right.
You get a little tight.
You feel comfortable. I can do a little bit more. And she
There we
misses
go.
the serve.
Oh,
Okay, Love 40.
maybe
Love
this could
40.
be my 7th 5 love lead squandered.
Okay.
I love to watch that
We
stuff.
better
too.
wait that down.
I love to watch the comeback.
The comebacks, yeah.
Just
15-40.
the emotion of the court when
Right.
when the momentum's starting to
Yeah.
change and you can feel it.
And you can see the shoulders
Exactly.
down of the team that's winning and what's happening. What's happening to us?
Stop it, please.
Stop bleeding. I just need one more point.
Look at that.
Wow. Great stab volley by Prop.
Bravo. What a drive from
Okay.
Ondrejkova.
Game.
I
Prop,
like that
and
momentum
Shpiz.
swing.
There'll be no shutout today, Lisa.
That's right. No bagels.
Maybe a breadstick, though.
April 1-5.
Got to get through this one to get to the crooked number.
Yep. Looks like Shpiz is bleeding on her left elbow. She probably got caught in a screen.
Love 15.
Yes,
Okay, it
she
was
is.
a good drive,
She
yeah.
is bleeding. Very observant. Love 15, 1-5.
Oof.
Set 3.
I don't want to be the recipient of that forehand.
15
And that's a great
all.
choice for those out there when you look up and you see somebody going Australian or just go hard across court right where you normally
Yeah.
go.
Right? Don't change it up. That's the reason why they're doing I formation is to mess you up. Don't change your plan.
That's a good speed on that roller. You know,
See Prop talking to Shpiz. Let's go back to our spots.
they
Really?
switch in the backcourt when they get time, so they get in their corner they're more comfy in.
Right. You can definitely see Heather's pattern. Prop's pattern of drives.
Great overhead. She filled the hole there. Wendy Shpiz getting a little aggressive, trying to
Okay.
sneak in there and find a. She's got to be patient. I tell her to back up and just pitch the tent right now.
Oh, There's another seam hit.
Great get. People don't realize how good that shot was she had to make.
Right. Okay.
Shpiz needs to get a lob up the line. Oh,
I like that.
Sneaky Pete drive.
Yeah. All drives aren't winning drives. Sometimes it's just to change the position of the player
We've been
that may have gone out.
There's that blitz volley,
Yeah.
the most often missed in the game. They've had 3 of those.
15-30.
Means they're doing something right in the back court.
Oh yeah, they're getting a ball above the height of the net. They're
Right.
going to the net. All they have to do is hit
Just
a
make that volley.
kindergarten volley up the middle.
Yeah.
Make that volley, like they say. Sun's coming out a little bit now.
She's showing her where she's putting the serve.
Very important. Pitcher and the catcher. If you're not confused, talk it over.
Yep.
Bomb.
I think she
bomb
got
forehand.
another seam.
She did. Zubori with the hammer.
15-40.
Okay. Double match point. I don't know. I think we're going to see the breadstick. What do you think?
I think it's imminent,
Yeah.
but you never know.
Oh, great hands by Prop. Always the fighter.
Nice pick up from Prop again.
I thought she was going to drop it.
Look at it.
Look at those
waterfall.
hands. Oh,
Lotto
too
point.
bad.
Game, set, match.
Too
Ondrejkova,
bad.
Zubori.
Zubori, Martina.
They win 6-4, 4-6,
6-1 in the
6-1.
Yeah. You know, I knew that would be a good match.
What's your recap? What do you think, Lisa?
Nice match.
End of the day.
Yep.
You know, I think, again, the firepower of Ondrejkova and Zubori, I do wish that Prop and Shpiz could have maybe found a way to get into Martina Ondrejkova's corner. I don't think she's as strong at the screens, but it's such a hard thing to do.
Yeah, 6
But they
foot with
obviously had a
wingspan.
plan. They had a plan to hit Zubori, and I think that was smart. And I think the long points definitely were on their favor for Shpiz and Prop. But you know, in the end, I think it was the errors. This game is a game of errors, and if
That's
you make
right.
the least amount, you win the game. And I think that was really what caught them in the very important times. They made the errors.
Well, it was a pleasure doing it with you.
Yeah, it
First
was
time
fun.
we've done together.
Well, we
and,
got a couple more this weekend.
yeah,
I'm
we
looking
do.
forward to it.
And
And
moving on
whatever.
into the quarterfinals, will be
Peaceful
Ondrejkova and
up here,
Zubori.
it's okay.
Rodney Workman along with Lisa Redloff signing off from the Chicago Charities Platform Tournament.
Give a little bit.
At Amazon, we've got millions of toys and games to choose from this holiday for kids of all ages, with free shipping on over 100 million items. So visit Amazon and give a little love this holiday.